I had a conversation with someone about Dick Tracy the other day, and I was trying to say why I really don't like having it in my collection. I admit it's a good film, but for some reason, every time I put it back on my shelf, I forget that I liked it. He stated to me what was right in front of my face. It's forgettable. My name is Jeremy, and I host a radio show called Listening to the Movies. Here's the date and time of when it plays. I play classic hits from great film soundtracks, and after the show, I do a video review about the movie. And last Thursday, I played Dick Tracy. Now, don't get me wrong, Dick Tracy is a good movie. A really good movie, in fact. It's based off the comics from the 40s and 50s. It follows the yellow coat and hat wearing cop who is set out to rid the city of crime. Right off the bat, you see what Dick Tracy's universe is. We see a simple but striking color palette for this film. Nothing is normally colored. All the gangsters are wearing blue, green, and orange, really bright colored suits. Then we see the gangsters themselves. All of them look like monster horror rejects. The prosthetics make the gangsters look like nightmares, which is kind of for kids as well as staying true to the comic. To be honest though, when I saw this as a kid, these guys scared the crap out of me. And despite the look of the characters in the world, the film is kind of serious at times. It's still a kid's film, but there are moments where people are killed, or are whacked, and there are gunfights, really serious gunfights at times. There's also this additional character that's this mystery face, like this no-face guy. This character is one of the most interesting in the film because you don't know which side he's on. Another thing about it is Madonna is in it too, and she's basically telling Tracy that she wants to bone him throughout the entire movie. Speaking of her acting isn't exactly the greatest, but that's because it's Madonna. She was paid $50,000 for this film to pretty much sing and try to act like a femme fatale. But with her lack of experience and really her lack of emotion, she really doesn't work with the movie. Thankfully, she isn't in it that much. There is a scene, however, where Al Pacino is yelling and trying to be intimidating to everyone, but Madonna keeps breaking a smile. I mean, I think I would laugh too with Al Pacino acting the way he does in this movie, but if you're supposed to be a femme fatale, you can't be doing this. I find Warren Beatty interesting. I find that he might have been, if not was, another kind of Clint Eastwood. He acts and produces and directs his own movies. And another funny thing about Dick Tracy is it was Beatty's biggest hit, despite him being a really big actor. But then he did 3 more films after this and then dropped out of the business completely. It's odd that I say this, but I find that Beatty's range of emotion in his face is, well, limited. It looks like it never moves, ever. He always has the same face, even when he's angry or sad. Same face. Not like Steven Seagal bad, though. I can still somehow get the emotion through his acting, even though I can't really read it in his face. Dick Tracy has a good jazzy film soundtrack that consists of a lot of songs by Madonna and some old-time blues songs. However, the official soundtrack CD has none of the songs that Madonna sings, including the one that won the Oscar for Best Song. 80% of it consists of inspired tracks, which, while sounding nice, are kind of pointless. I want the film's songs, not the ones that sound nice. Danny Elfman's score is also not on this soundtrack. Despite the fact that it sounds completely like Tim Burton's Batman soundtrack, it really works well with this film. But as I said earlier, as good as Dick Tracy is, it really isn't memorable. I remember when I bought it, I thought it was really good when I watched it, but once I put it back on the shelf, I went back to thinking it was bad again because I had already forgotten it. It's a shame because it's a really well-made film. So I could say that if you want to watch something as absurd as Dick Tracy's universe is, work really, really well in a movie, you can watch this. But you'll forget the experience right afterwards, which is a real shame. If you guys want to check out when my radio show goes on air, here's a time and source for it once again. If you want to listen to the podcast of the show, click the first link in the description. If you want to catch up on what I play next, click the second link for the Facebook page. If you guys want, subscribe to my channel. I've started to review new films, and I've picked up a little attention, but I'm always open for more. Thanks for watching, guys.